Vegeta now finally knows about Goku's existence, while Goku now knows about another Saiyan, Broly. He's exactly like Vegeta too, so what'll happen from here on out? We'll be covering all that and more in the 6th part of What If Vegeta Was Like Broly. Vegeta continues his search, trying to find this other Saiyan. Now of course Raditz and Nappa aren't saying anything, but they are a bit concerned because once Vegeta does find Kakarot, well, it'll probably come to light that they knew about his existence, so they try and keep their distance from this operation. Vegeta wants them to find the Saiyan, but they kind of coax Vegeta into doing it himself, thinking it would be better, faster, and more fulfilling if he were the one searching for Goku. And Vegeta ends up agreeing. But weirdly enough, in his search, he comes across something unexpected. Planet Cereal's back. First of all, how? Second of all, does that mean Granola's there? It's the only thing he could think of. Vegeta is immediately enraged, wanting to seek him out again. So, Vegeta descends upon the planet, with Raditz and Nappa following along. This is a weird encounter. Vegeta searches around and sends his troops out too, trying to find Granola as quick as they can. Granola noticed from far away that there was a power approaching the planet, so he's ready for this. He didn't expect it to happen this soon, but he's keeping a low profile right now. At the moment, Broly's actually with him, and knowing how badly things went last time, Granola feels he might have to actually get Goku in on this too. Granola of course has ultimate for himself right now too, making him pretty powerful, but he probably would need the backup here. But as he tries to keep a low profile with Broly then snaps. His whole life he was basically brainwashed to hate Vegeta after all, so the second he actually sees him, he wants to go into fight. Paragus is hiding nearby too, and he is a bit concerned about what's going to happen since he's heard what Vegeta's power is like. Apparently it's very similar to Broly's, but Paragus is still confident in his son. Granola tries to keep a cool head, though it's kinda hard to restrain Broly, so Broly launches out towards Vegeta. Vegeta's instantly surprised because he didn't expect to find a Saiyan here. Broly is very clearly a Saiyan, and he thinks that this is the one that Whis was talking about, because what other Saiyan could it be? Raditz and Nappa are surprised too. They haven't seen this guy before, and it seemed like Whis was definitely talking about Kakarot, but this is completely foreign to them, so thankfully they have nothing to hide. Broly and Vegeta begin fighting, and right off the bat, Vegeta can clearly see that Broly's kinda similar to him. He's growing as he fights. He's being overtaken by his rage. So Vegeta keeps the battle going on. Interesting. He thought this was a unique mutation to him. Maybe it's more common than he thought. What he doesn't realize is that he and Broly are the only two like this, at least in Universe 7. No other Saiyan has the same type of power as them, and Broly hasn't even accessed his full power yet. Thanks to training, he actually does have somewhat of a grasp on his anger, but it's always been a touchy thing, so the people training with him haven't really gone too far with it. Vegeta turns Super Saiyan, and so does Broly. Interestingly, Vegeta's just a normal Super Saiyan. He's not using his full power. When Broly transforms, he's completely enraged. He can't control his actions. And Vegeta remembers being like that when he initially transformed. But bad news for Broly, Vegeta has a control on his power. He's not sure if he wants to kill Broly just yet, so he powers up into his full power, taking on the green-haired form now. And full power is not even a really accurate name for it. He's gone beyond this, basically getting his own version of Super Saiyan 2. But just with this, he's able to completely overwhelm Broly, finishing the fight and knocking him unconscious. He looks around, trying to see if anyone else is here, not realizing that Paragus is nearby. But it's all so weird. Why is another Saiyan on planet Cereal of all places, and why is Cereal even back? Surely Granola's hiding nearby, isn't he? And he's not actually hiding nearby. In the time that this fight was going on, Granola made the decision to teleport to Earth, trying to get help as soon as possible just to make sure Broly doesn't die. So pretty much right after Broly's defeat, he teleports in with Goku and Gohan on his side. Raditz and Nappa turn pale. Oh crap, they didn't want to encounter those two, so they try and hide themselves and stay on a ship in the atmosphere. Partially because they know they can't fight them, and partially because if they make any sort of contact, Vegeta will probably find out that they knew about them. This leaves Vegeta really confused. There's another Saiyan? And not just that, it actually looks like there's two of them. One looks to be the kid of the other. And then of course Granola's there too, which he's known about. He knew Granola was out there. So somehow this planet came back and Granola allied with 3 other Saiyans that Vegeta never knew about. 4 if you count Paragus because he doesn't know Paragus is there. Goku introduces himself as Goku, though Vegeta might know him as Kakarot. It's strange, this Saiyan definitely doesn't seem like a Saiyan, but he knows his name. And Goku's about to spill the beans that he actually met Raditz, but thankfully Vegeta cuts him off, not wanting to hear any speeches. He gets ready to fight. He just wants to test the Saiyan's power. Goku, Gohan, and Granola all power up into Ultimate, while Vegeta is still in his green-haired full power form. But right away, Vegeta immediately targets Granola, flying right past the other 2 Saiyans, and with a single attack, almost sends him flying out into the atmosphere. This doesn't knock Granola out, but it does hurt him pretty bad, and it's basically just to remove him from the battlefield, just so Vegeta doesn't have to deal with him. He'll personally kill Granola later on. He simply doesn't want Granola involved in this battle. Vegeta doesn't summon all the power he has right away, but even so, this form alone is enough to contend with both Goku and Gohan at once. The 2 of them combined actually do slightly surpass him, but that's because it's 2 fighters using Ultimate at the same time, and Goku of course has Godly Ki, and can activate Kaioken if he needs, which he doesn't actually use here. They do see Broly nearby. He looks pretty beat up, but thankfully Granola teleports in, trying to remove him from the battle, but Vegeta instantly notices this and launches a blast over at both of them. So, it looks like Granola could teleport. He didn't know that was a thing he could do. He's more annoying than he thought. Vegeta gets away from both Goku and Gohan, and goes over to Granola to attack him, ready to land a killing blow. Granola quickly charges up a shot, hitting Vegeta in one of his vital points, which briefly stuns him for about a second, just enough time for Granola to get out of the way. He is really strong right now, but behind Goku and Gohan, and taking on a full power attack would surely kill him, especially because Vegeta definitely wants to kill him at this point. He quickly grabs Broly and moves him out of the way, teleporting over to where Minato is. Raditz and Nappa are watching nearby, but Granola then teleports up to them, fighting them and easily defeating the two of them. Raditz is pretty torn, knowing Vegeta might go crazy if he finds out that they know the other two Saiyans. They've dug themselves too deep by now, but they have no allegiance to those other two Saiyans, so maybe there is another way out of this by killing them somehow. Granola knows this too, it's pretty easy to tell, and he blackmails them. Get Vegeta to leave right now, or Granola will tell him their secret. He thought that Vegeta already knew that they knew the other Saiyans, but clearly not. Who does this guy think he is? Well, Granola is stronger than both of them at this point, by a pretty big margin, but mainly he sees no way to actual victory here. Vegeta is really powerful. With the three of them fighting together, they might have a shot, but he could tell Vegeta is still holding back. But maybe these two will be able to get him to leave somehow. He just wants this planet to be peaceful. He doesn't want to see it destroyed again. As Goku and Gohan fight together, somebody else rejoins the battle. It's Broly. He powers up, trying to tap into Super Saiyan again, but only goes into Wrathful for the time being. And just as he's about to attack Vegeta, Vegeta transforms once more. Sparks of electricity form around him. Goku and Gohan recognize it as Super Saiyan 2. It's different than theirs, but clearly that's what it's supposed to be for Vegeta. This entire time, he had more power. And as he powers up, he forms a Keyblade around his hand. Broly lunges at Vegeta, but he quickly moves out of the way, parrying the attack and stabbing Broly right through the chest. Broly instantly powers down, falling to the ground lifeless as Vegeta says there can only be one. An enraged Paragus watches from nearby, though he knows he can't do anything. He wants to kill Vegeta with his own hands, but that's a pipe dream. But still, it would be cowardly to not fight. And in a fit of rage, he rushes in. Briefly, Vegeta is surprised to see another Saiyan here, but clearly this one isn't that strong. Paragus can't even land a single attack. Vegeta simply lifts another hand up, launching a blast and incinerating him. Goku and Gohan are stunned seeing Broly killed. Granted, he wasn't at his full strength just there, but they saw so much potential in him, only for it to be snuffed out like this. And to Goku, he was a friend. Goku's rage slowly begins to grow, and so does Gohan's. Vegeta then focuses all his efforts on Goku. Though he's not going to kill him outright like those two, he wants to enjoy this a little more. And seeing this, Gohan could feel his anger bubbling up. He knows he has more power locked away in him to help. He and Goku can't win this fight. It pains him to be so weak to not be able to fight Vegeta, but also to see those around him get hurt. Broly's already dead. Granola and his whole planet are at risk. And now he's watching Vegeta fight his father. More anger courses through Gohan's veins. Vegeta does want to beat up Goku one-on-one, and Gohan tries to interfere, but Vegeta reacts quickly, saying it's a big mistake. In that brief moment, he sensed Gohan's power grow a little bit, but he's had his fun with that other Saiyan. Vegeta hits Goku with a devastating gut punch, stunning him for a little bit, then turning around, launching a full power blast at Gohan, piercing right through his torso. The injured Goku tries to recuperate, wanting to stop this, but he watches as Vegeta walks up slowly to Gohan, standing over him as he bleeds out on the ground, and then Vegeta looks over at Goku, smirking as he launches another blast, incinerating Gohan. Goku stops moving for a second, with Vegeta laughing as he walks back up to him. Granola is watching from far above. Something's wrong. Everything about Goku's vitals just changed. Minato is watching nearby too. He knows Goku's connection to Bardock, and by now he's actually told him about that. He knows that rage and willpower can both contribute to his Saiyan strength, and that's what Granola is witnessing right now too. The air has gone still. Everything feels really quiet. But then, a storm brews. The ground below Goku cracks. His white ultimate aura flares up, but then gets even more intense, gaining some color to it too. Even Vegeta's a bit taken aback. Goku does feel a bit of sadness right now, and wants to keep a cool head. But, more than anything, he feels rage. A rage unlike any he's ever felt before in his life. His aura then warps into something completely different, his ultimate form mutating alongside it. Vegeta senses his power rise, and his eyes widen. Sparks of red electricity surround Goku. His hair grows out, now taking on a white color. Goku doesn't have anger or potential like Gohan's, or Broly or Vegeta for that matter. But he has ultimate, and he has an immense amount of rage here. Seeing Gohan die directly brought this form out, a new stage of his ultimate form. Even Granola's confused. It seems that this form stems from rage. He's seen Goku angry, but never like this. The chances of this even happening were so slim. It's not a type of power he would have expected from Goku. This is Beast Goku, an incredibly potent form being utilized by a godly Saiyan. The tide of the battle instantly turns. Goku decimates Vegeta. At this point, he's so far beyond Vegeta that it's not even a battle anymore. There's no way Vegeta could have seen this coming. Worried, Granola teleports back to the surface to get Monito, just to keep him safe. He's still alive, thankfully, but he's worried about what's coming next, thinking Vegeta might blow up the planet. That's the only way Vegeta could win here, because as of now, it seems like Goku's won. But there's another thing he didn't consider. Last he checked, Raditz and Nappa were unconscious. But Nappa thought about Granola's offer. There is one way they make it out of this. In that ship up in the atmosphere, Nappa briefly regains consciousness. In his hands, he creates a small ball of ki, barely even noticeable by anyone, dropping it down on the surface of the planet. No one would see or even sense this ball of ki. The only person who would probably notice it is Granola, though his focus isn't in that direction right now. At least, not until he sees the ship Nappa and Raditz are on flying off. Why are they leaving? Lava erupts everywhere around them. The ground cracks more and more. And not like when Goku powered up, but it's like the actual planet is cracking. It's coming apart. Despite Rage awakening this form, and Goku still feeling negative emotions at Gohan and Broly's death, he's still obviously cognizant of what's happening. He's not berserk like Broly would be when he transforms. And even though he could kill Vegeta right now if he wanted, he's not completely merciless and isn't just going to end the fight like that. But he's more focused on what's happening to the planet right now. Granola quickly teleports over, telling Goku to grab onto him. Quickly, Granola teleports Monito and Goku back to Earth. The badly injured Vegeta launches out into space. This form at least lets him survive out there, and he eventually finds the ship Raditz and Nappa are on and boards it. That was a good call from Nappa to blow up the planet. He saw exactly what was happening there. Surprisingly, he almost died. He couldn't even fathom losing there, but he almost did. He needs even more power than he suspected, and he thanks Nappa for his help. Though, he does realize that somebody else used the Dragon Balls to bring cereal back. Is there maybe another set out there, or did they use the same set Vegeta's aware of? It had to have been Granola, obviously, but how did he meet those other Saiyans on Earth? Not realizing Broly isn't even from Earth. And thankfully for Raditz and Nappa, not realizing Kakarot's connected to Raditz. Now, back to Earth. Both Goku and Granola have a really weird mix of emotions right now. For Granola, he can't believe it happened again. They have the Dragon Balls at least, and by now Kami has improved the Dragon Balls to make multiple wishes, and this time Monito at least survived the attack. But Cereal got destroyed again, as well as everyone that was killed on there. And hey, the Dragon Balls can at least bring back Gohan, Broly, and Paragus, since it's the first time they'd be revived by the Dragon Balls. But as for any other inhabitants on the planet, they've already been brought back once, and they can't be brought back by Shenron again. At least Monito is here to help, so maybe Taranbo could do that. And Goku still feels that rage and sadness. Not just for Gohan, but a little bit for Broly too. But he has calmed down. It's going to be hard to break the news to everyone around him, but the good thing is, the Dragon Balls are active on Earth. In the heat of the moment, he got caught up in what happened. But realistically, it'll only take a few days for him to see Gohan, at worst. They'll be able to get Shenron and revive him, Broly, and Paragus. Plus, he wants to learn more about that power that he got. It wasn't under ideal circumstances, but now that he has it, he's going to definitely use it. And now he's seen firsthand what type of a fighter Vegeta is. Not just his power, but how he operates. Granola's life mission is to kill those 3 Saiyans out there. Once more, he made the mistake of not killing Nappa and Raditz, and it had a much worse outcome this time. This isn't even fully about revenge anymore. It's about settling the score and stopping the chaos in this universe. And as for Goku, he's fully aligned with that. The next time he fights Vegeta, he'll be prepared, and he won't make any mistakes. If Vegeta truly does become stronger than him somehow, that's going to be an issue. But as it is now, Goku is ahead, and that makes him confident. With that, we'll leave off here for now. What do you guys think about this part? What's going to happen next? Leave your thoughts and ideas in the comments below. I'd love to see what you guys think. As usual, be sure to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. It really does help out the channel, and it shows me you want to see more videos like this. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.